Welcome to the Oogie Games E3 Ubisoft reaction podcast. This is Damian.
And Bree.
Kirby.
And we just got done watching the Ubisoft presentation.
Whoa.
Pretty good.
Great.
Wow.
It was amazing so far.
Yeah.
Best one.
Yeah. I thought it was amazing.
Not too much talking, not too much games.
It was a great balance.
Good balance. They
Talking
talked
when it
about
was necessary.
what was, and when, not when it was necessary, but like when we're like, okay, where's gameplay? Out comes rolling out a dude. Yo.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It was good compared to other years. Other years where they just sit there and take it as a huge joke, where Devolver made fun of them. But yeah, any input on that with the style that they did? Anybody?
No, it was good.
We
It was good pace.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, they had the intros were proper, and then they were like, "Hey, this is the game. Boom, here's the gameplay."
Yep, I like all the different people coming out and introducing their game, saying what they put into it.
Yeah, they put a really hard emphasis on like the teams that build the games.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. They started off with not a surprise entry into what they're doing. It's been announced that this was being worked on, but it was Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
That looked so cool.
Yeah,
definitely interesting.
That's something I would want to play.
With like a Fire Emblem Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics feel
Battle
to
mode.
it.
It reminded me of XCOM in some ways, right? With the movement and cover system.
Yeah,
it was interesting.
XCOM Mario.
XCOM Mario.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely interesting. I mean, the goal was to make a Mario game that had never been made before,
right?
As per their direction, and I think they probably have succeeded.
Right.
Yeah.
It looks...
First time we're seeing guns in Mario games.
That's what I was actually. How does everybody feel about that?
Mario
I think it's great. Especially it's the cartoonish feel, like Nintendo games are typically targeting kids.
Yeah.
And kids are already playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like, we know that. So I don't think that there's any problem whatsoever with putting guns. They're cartoony guns. They're fun. Blaster is an appropriate word.
Yeah. They came out with the guns, the replica guns.
Rolling with a Glock.
Back to back. Yeah. I mean, it also kind of... I had made the errant suggestion that he already has a projectile, the fireball, but it doesn't lend itself to, stats very well. It's just a single projectile.
Right.
It's not,
Right.
Yeah, and you can upgrade weapons, customize weapons.
Yes.
Like, there's a whole system there.
Right.
Yeah, very cool.
It's not just an option.
Very cool. I want to save this one for last.
Okay.
If you guys are cool with that.
Yeah, we don't have to do it in order.
Then later on in the conference, they talk about this weird footage starts popping up, and Elijah Wood.
That's when you know. That's when you know it's gonna be weird.
Crazy. Trip.
I mean, I don't even.
Psychological.
It looks like
it's a VR experience.
It's a VR experience called Transference, is what they closed the trailer out with, and it looks cool.
Not much in terms of gameplay, right? There was nothing as far as I can tell.
Nothing even talked about with it. Just that's it.
Certainly weird conceptually.
Disorientating.
Yeah. I think it could be an interesting experience.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
What did he say at the end? Nothing you see can hurt you.
And just kept saying it.
You're completely safe.
You're safe. You're completely
that's so creepy.
Safe.
Yeah, we'll see. Could be cool.
So now Transference, it had no release date, no price. We just know it's VR.
Spring 2018.
Out there in the offing.
And we don't even know what if it's coming to console. Is it going to PC? Is it what
VR?
I would love to see that on console.
Yeah, it'd be different. Something different with the VR. Right now with VR, we have a lot of shooter. We have a lot of.
I think one of the
weird stuff.
One of the most interesting things that was said with regard to Transference was they want you to feel unsettled after you take off the headset.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interested to see how that's articulated.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Now, another new IP.
Skull and Bones.
This is exciting.
This looks cool.
Pirates.
It looks like they took Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, took the battle system, the ship battles,
naval battles, yeah,
and are making just PvP.
I hope not.
That's all they really showed. I'm assuming there's going to be more of a game attached.
Gotta be, please.
Yeah.
I think there's too much opportunity there, right? It can't all just be PvP.
I'd like to see campaign mode, maybe different multiplayer modes.
Right.
What they showed was 5-on-5.
5-on-5 fighting for the gold, the loot, and then the team with the most loot at the end has to get out. But then there's pirate hunters chasing the team, the person. They made sure they said that the person, the ship with the most gold.
Yeah,
looks cool.
Looks amazing.
Sea monsters.
Yeah. Hinted at sea monsters. Not even hinted.
They showed you a big old one at the end.
Customization. They kind of hinted at that. Showed that a little bit.
Customizing the ship.
Yeah. So that would definitely like make my ship have powerful cannons. Your ship might run a little bit faster. Yeah. Yours would have a bigger defense. Like that's cool.
You saying that because I'm a woman?
Yes, Lady Brain. So then, now with that, what do you see? Like, my idea with the single player, like, if would be cool if you had your ship, you're doing your whole story mission, but you decide it's like MMO type style, but not as big. Maybe have 4 people on. You decide you want to destroy my ship because I'm grabbing that loot off of those NPCs.
I imagine there's going to be some heavy multiplayer component.
Like a gamble,
but I
risk
think,
reward.
I think that the Ubisoft had the questionnaire that asked if players would play a pirate sim essentially, and during the time of Black Flag, and I think that there's a rich enough history there where they went into it started out with 1721, right? Like I don't know, and then they were talking about how long pirates lived. So
120 days on average.
120 days on average. So,
Once they joined the life.
And they were suggesting that you were going to become the legend of pirate legends, greater
you want to be the biggest legend.
Yeah. So I think that there's a story there they could tell. So
yeah,
we'll
totally.
see what happens. Looks cool.
Yeah. Would you pay full price for it?
Without
I would.
doubt. Absolutely.
No.
It's all recycled material. It looks awesome. All recycled material.
I mean,
did you pay full price for Zelda?
Then they had. No, I'm just kidding. I did. I paid. Yeah. All right.
I mean, I think again.
Or Pokemon.
It's not. And if you're honest, if you go back and look at the combat was definitely different enough. I mean, they had zoomed to the crow's nest,
right,
where the guy like looked out and dropped the mortars, and then there was. I mean, there's definitely a lot there that I think hasn't been seen in AC that.
So now
I'm really excited to see more from that.
This is a big year for pirates.
When the ship ran that other ship, and you could just everything came apart.
Explosive.
Yeah, looked really cool. I thought.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Different enough from, what is it? The Xbox
Sea of
One
Thieves.
one. Sea of Thieves. Thank you.
Yeah, very much so.
Sea of Thieves to where
you know that one you're playing.
I know. Oh man, we were looking. Well, I can't play it, but. Other than that, where it's different enough to where you could get both and have a different experience out of both.
Yeah.
But that's very cool.
Yeah.
After that,
Far Cry
5. We got more story because all we knew before is that they knew church hymns. And
had guns.
And had guns. Now we know that they know more church hymns and that this dude is crazy.
They've taken over it.
Yeah.
Everyone's terrified. It looks cool. Gameplay. What'd you guys think of that?
Want to see some more.
Yeah.
Just shooting people. Like, okay, that's great. But you said co-op.
Co-op.
But the
entire game. They have announced that the entire game is co-op playable. Before, if you were gonna play co-op on, let's say, Far Cry 4, me and Josh tried it a couple times. You're only allowed a couple missions.
Right.
And that was it.
Like, you take outposts.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how
we'll see.
It looked awesome.
I did like that there's more creative ways to kill people.
messed up. Okay, but and that it's not just you this time. There is the co-op, but you have other for hires. They had that in there a lot. You have a gun for hire, a car for hire, a plane for hire, like all these different people that you can have work with you, which is cool.
And the dog.
And a dog for hire.
Doggo.
For hire.
Fang for hire.
Fang for hire. It looks cool. Hopefully we get to see more at Gamescom or something else. I'm
sure
cool.
we'll see more.
Yeah.
2018 date right now.
Yeah, February 27th.
That's when Primal released, I'm pretty sure, right? February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like end of the season.
Far Cry comes out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say
it doesn't try to compete with anything else. It just puts itself out there. Then we got a teaser / announcement that something else is still in production. We don't know when it's going to be released. There's no release date on it. It's been in development for 15 years. The guy got super emotional, but with this game, it's actually pretty huge. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Looked amazing. I want to see that as a movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even have to play the game, just put it together as a movie, and I would love it.
There.
It was very engaging, for sure. It was I mean, it looked fantastic, and the characters immediately were... I mean, it was definitely a very cool trailer.
Want to know more of their story.
Yeah.
Language is huge. Like, that's what threw me off.
Theme.
Yeah. That threw me off. Did you guys play the first one?
No.
I haven't played the first one, though.
Dude, it's a platformer with Pokemon Snap attached to it. It's pretty cool. It's different. Platformer action Pokemon Snap.
Interesting.
A lot of cool. Very cool.
Check a look.
Check a look.
So that was cool. Then they had a bunch of other games. The Crew 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not only is it cars now,
planes, trains, and automobiles. I mean,
not
boats,
trains, boats,
planes, and race cars.
Yep.
Formula One.
Very cool trailer. The last one wasn't that fun for me, but it was an MMO racing game. It was cool, but cool concept. Not well. When you actually got your hands on it,
Didn't play.
Yep. South Park: The Fractured But Whole. October 17th, tactical RPG. Steep has got DLC. They're going to the Olympics.
Woohoo!
Yeah. That looks sweet. Because one of my biggest complaints is you asked how it was in the middle. I'm like, they didn't have grinding.
Right.
2 seconds later, dude's grinding on a rail. Like, please let that come to the full game. Yeah. That'd be so cool. Starlink, a figure shooter game. Space shooter
figurine
based
guy came out
snapping pieces together to upgrade real time
like toys when he was a kid, sci-fi and toys and stuff, and they want to bring that to a new era.
I liked Jenga when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You also like Tetris.
I'm good at Tetris.
So
more to come on that.
Just wait till they sell you all kinds of Jenga pieces that somehow play in the game.
Yeah. I feel with this one, they're late to the game.
Yep, totally. Someone was like, hey, that's a good idea. Let's figure it out. It takes 2 years to put it together.
I would say this largely, I mean, it depends. I think it depends on the quality of the figures, right? Like, if that's going to be what this hinges on. If they come out and they're like really cool,
or if they wanted to make it like a collectible model type thing where you put it up on the shelf because it's something you're proud of. You achieved that.
But like
you went to all the game stores in Buffalo and finally pieced together this perfect ship.
I mean, but like the bin of Skylanders, I feel like this stuff is going to be so ubiquitous. It's like
we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely has more of a story with it. Like maybe we'll see a TV show come out of this.
Kind of looked like a Clone Star Wars.
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, it did. It had that like,
Disney-ish.
Look to it.
My mic.
And then the normal they had Just Dance 2018.
Okay, next.
Next they had the big one for this was Assassin's Creed Origins.
That's what you've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Non-alpha gameplay footage But anytime they showed gameplay, like them playing it, it was alpha footage.
In gameplay.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
It looks crazy.
I mean, after yesterday, I was still skeptical. But I think after today, it does largely look like Syndicate in Egypt, but that's not a bad thing.
Right.
I'm really interested to see how the game systems end up working together. They showed in the gameplay after their conference the skill graph. He made a point to say that it was a graph and not a tree. I'm not sure what that was about, but
we're over skill trees.
Yeah, it's
totally over it.
Yeah,
it's done. Skill trees are done.
It's been too many times.
2010.
But no, it looked much better when I watched the half hour of gameplay than the couple minutes that we got.
My favorite shot from the footage was the boat on fire at night. With everything is blue, the water is blue, the sky is blue, and then the flame coming
just orange,
on the boat.
It's very nice
from
colors.
the water.
I think that it looked great. Like the colors are incredible.
The textures.
I mean, the foliage is lush. You know, it looks like you would imagine ancient Egypt to look.
Right.
The animals look great too.
Yeah, for the most part. There was that sequence where they killed the hippo with a spear in the water. That was pretty nuts. This was all in the gameplay footage after their conference. This wasn't during their conference, but
I'll have that up too. Nice. If I can get a hold of it. If I can't, sorry.
Yeah. Good stuff though. I mean, again, I'm really interested to put my hands on the game and see how the RPG elements work together and the game systems work together. But
now you put I'm sorry, what were you gonna
go ahead.
You put that color.
Yeah.
I think that's huge because Syndicate was very dull.
Drab, yeah. Very drab.
But it was the setting. Right. It made for that setting.
This is warm and patches of green and bright. Oh my gosh. It looks really impressive.
Yeah.
As far as the footage goes.
Yeah.
The cleaned up stuff.
Yep. It looks sweet. Very cool.
Did you get anything more from the climbing? Because I know you were really skeptical about that.
Yeah, the parkour is still something that I think is not yet mastered. I mean, yeah, I think that's just going to always be a kind of complaint that I have. I think another one that I'm a little worried about is the combat with the spear and stuff like that. When I was watching the gameplay footage, you just kept stabbing straight forward over and over again. Like, I don't know. I was kind of hoping for maybe some more,
not some staff
moves. Maybe sweep them, or go up high or low. I don't know. I again, I have yet to play the game, but it looks like it's a cool concept. It looks like they're doing a really good job bringing that world to life and wrapping it in the Assassin's Creed mythos.
I liked seeing the citizenry and their garb, their apparel. I didn't see the same thing copy and pasted over and over and over again, so it looked really nice.
Well, and the map they showed too was outrageous.
It's huge.
It's so big. So I mean, it could all over. I mean, Assassin's Creed does a really good job of. I remember in old games, it was you go into the rich district, they're dressed a certain way. You go into the poor district, they're dressed a certain way. So,
and they always walk the same and stuff like that.
I imagine we'll be seeing a whole diverse set of populations spread throughout Egypt and cities and stuff to climb and do. One thing that I was actually really impressed by was the boat. Just one guy on a boat, like a little skiff or something. I'm sure there's some boat people out there that are like, that wasn't a skiff. But yeah, no, it's just the one guy on a boat shooting arrows at guys and throwing them off the boat and commandeering it. And yeah, no, it was cool. It looked like it would be a lot of fun. Just kind of scooting around on that thing. And killing guys.
Nice. How do you think they're going to incorporate the outside of the Edimus?
Hard to say at this point. I mean, it really doesn't. That kind of Philip K. Dick sci-fi aspect of it with the genetic memories and stuff is kind of taking. I wouldn't say like a back burner, but I mean, it's certainly not as important as like, oh, you're Desmond and you have the genetic memories of Altair. And
that was my favorite stuff about the first one.
Yeah.
Like, I loved the story, but this was like where you step out and it's still a solid story.
Yeah, I think, but at this point, it's kind of, it set the groundwork for the game. And it doesn't really need to be pursued beyond, there's people who have genetic memories and people who have important but hidden
After the movie,
influences in the past.
and that animus was amazing, like the kinetic animus that moved with the what was the character's name? The patient. Anyway,
Magneto.
yeah. I wonder if they might incorporate that into the game.
That'd be cool.
Like maybe we've gone back further in time, but forward
Right.
in time.
Right, that
to
enables us to reach deeper. into the
Yeah.
past or something, right? I don't know. Yeah, interesting thought, for sure.
Then all of a sudden, Dedsect from Watch Dogs 2 pops in. I want him to link those two games together. It'd be sweet.
They
Sorry.
are, right? Like there's weird little.
There's like weird stuff around each one. Yeah. So anything else about any other titles? Even the ones I breezed through really quick?
No, I just in the end was very impressed by Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
After yesterday and my skepticism, I'm certainly going to buy the game. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Gotcha. But on a grading system, how would you put this one?
the conference overall.
Yeah. We'll go in the normal order. Kirby.
Overall, I thought it was an A. I thought it was a pretty good overall conference in terms of the way they broke it up and the pacing, the games they delivered, and maybe I'm boosting it because of how they relieved my skepticism about Assassin's Creed, but certainly it was good. Maybe
Cool.
A-, we'll call it.
Okay.
I feel like they may have filled a new IP gap that was missing. There's been a lot of disappointment so far because we're not seeing new content, and I mean, I loved it. I thought it was great. I give it an A.
Cool. A plus.
Nice.
Okay, let's put it this way. A plus for Ubisoft and their E3 presence.
Okay, considering their past. conferences,
past.
Yeah.
Tremendous
So
improvement.
far, yeah, tremendous improvement. As a consumer, I'd still say about an A minus, because I still want to see more Far Cry.
Definitely want to see more.
But that's what they want you to do. They want you to want to see
Totally.
more.
Yeah.
I really want Mario and the Rabbids. I thought it was a joke at first, and now it's like,
It looks great.
what's Splatoon? Not really. But yeah, so cool. So overall, very good conference.
Straight A's.
Yeah. Catch us later tonight. We'll be doing the PS4 presentation. Hopefully, I'll have that up by midnight. Unless
If
I
not,
fall
we're just
asleep.
gonna cut this out.
Yeah. And then tomorrow we have Nintendo, and then our reaction to E3 overall. But yeah, let us know how we're doing in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you later tonight.
Bye.
Thanks.